Film breakdown with Louisville Volleyball's Cara Cresse. We're gonna watch some of your best attacking and blocking film, and you're gonna break it down for us. Tell us what you're seeing. You ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so this is in, I think it'd be row 3. So running the slide here, perfect pass first of all. May puts me in a good position. I see that seam wide open, and so once I'm in the air, that's normally when I start to see where I can take a swing, and saw the seam wide open. So hit deep, hit high. This is a B.
Another one.
Got blocked. I remember being really mad about getting blocked, and I was like, Nay, set me again. And she gave it to me, and I found the seam in there, and it was just a perfect set. She put me in a great position. Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Okay, what do we got here?
Looks like another dog. Dog is what we call a slide. A lot of times I feel like I just swing high and hope for the best, and this one went my way, so I was really glad about that. Once I'm in the air, I can kind of, like in my peripheral vision, see where the block is if I have 2 blockers up, or kind of where they're at. So if I see like the line wide open, I'll find that, but here I just saw like a sliver of seam and swung high. Nay is like so good at like on tight balls. I mean, I'm sure you've seen like her one-handed sets, but like this is perfect. She gets up there and gives it to me fast, and again, I just find the seam. Bs are something we've really been working on recently. I mean, people have a hard time closing, even if the right front is helping. Looks like another dog here. Yeah, so this one was a little bit of a wider set, which I actually liked here. The left front blocker obviously didn't get all the way out. I just found that little bit of line. We call this swing langle, so it's like line and langle. Here, I actually hit off her hands, but down the line. So if I see that little bit of line, if I'm hitting langle, it takes the risk away from hitting out. If I'm trying to hit straight down the line, Langle is bringing it a little bit more into the court, and there I found her hands and got a tool off that.
Because if you freeze it right there, it literally looks like you have nowhere to go. And the fact that you're able to get a kill off of this is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and like that wide set helped a lot too. Like if it were any more inside, I probably would have had to go find the seam. So here this set was a little bit more inside, but again, I liked it and was almost one-on-one, and I just found the ball high, found the high hands, kind of hit the tips of her hands and deep, and it did good.
How have you developed your shot selection over the years?
I feel like a few years ago, I wouldn't have been able to say that I could see where the blockers were as much, but now like the more I've just kind of grown and understood the game a little bit better, I've been able to just see the block and again, make that decision quickly while I'm in the air.
Yeah, do you have a favorite shot?
Well, Langle is something that like we taught like since my freshman year. And so that was something I kind of had to develop. It's not like an easy shot to hit right away, but now I mean, it works almost every time, so I really enjoy it.
It works almost every time. All right, so let's take a look at some blocking. Obviously, you're one of the best blockers in the country, so I'm excited to see these.
I mean, seriously, like props to my pin blockers. Like they set up so well, and all I have to do is close. It's really important to finish inside rather than just straight up, finishing into the court and bringing that ball in. Yeah, so here, like you can see I'm being super duper patient, which is something I really had to work on. Not trying to guess too much where the ball's going, but just waiting in the middle, and then once I see that set, just taking off as fast as I can and trying to work to close that block.
So what are you watching in the middle here?
Ball setter, ball hitter is what we talk about. And so like first I'm watching the pass, watching the ball go into the setter's hands, then I'm eyes on the setter, back to the ball, and then onto the hitter. So it's really important to look at where the ball's going rather than just looking at your hitter and following where your hitter's going, because the ball is the most important thing to watch in this.
Oh,
yes. So yeah, blocking middles can be hard at times because especially in a 3-hitter rotation, you have 3 hitters to focus on. And so here I just had to be super balanced and patient. And it's really important on middle hits too to just get your hands up fast, because a lot of times like you're gonna be late, but if your hands are up over before sometimes you even jump, that's what's most important. And I mean, you can kind of see I barely even made it off the ground, but I shot my hands up and was able to get that block.
Height helps a little bit there.
It does for sure, yeah. So here's a Bic, which I actually love blocking Bics when I actually do get a block on them. They're hard to block, but here I just focused on taking her wrist away, and we had our 2 back row defenders taking care of the crossbody on defense, so I blocked that wrist away, and thankfully there was no one there to cover in that back corner. Same thing there. Bs are honestly really hard to block. I always find difficulty blocking them, but Parker talks a lot about like using the ground to push off, and so here you can kind of see like I literally pushed off and like dove at an angle into that wrist away shot. So out of system busted play, this is when it's really important to watch the ball, because you can see like the hitter's way inside here. So I'm watching the ball, you can literally see my eyes watching the ball, and then I immediately go to the hitter, see that she's inside, just drop that hand in and make sure I'm not going straight up, because especially on an out of system ball, hitters swing high a lot, and so if you're going too high, then it's easy to get tooled and waterfalled, so make sure I'm staying low. Block the B, they covered it, and then just work to close. I actually love plays like this. I feel like once I don't get like that first block, I'm like super determined to get the next one.
Yeah, you
and
can
thankfully
see it.
got them a little bit out of system too, which helped for sure. So here, this one was really good job by Chloe too, because they were in an overload, so they're running it. The middle's in front, but the setter's front row too, so there's only 2 hitters, and both the hitters are in front. So Chloe kind of steps to her right a little bit, letting me know that I can take a step too. It gets me a little closer to both hitters, and so I felt her on my left, so I was able to take a little more of her cross body, and that helped a lot. And communication like that with your pin hitters is super important too, because they're seeing some things that maybe I'm not, because I have a lot to focus on. So
What would you rather, a big block or a big kill?
big block for sure. I've had that question before, and it's always block.
Always?
It's just, I know, it's like a different feeling. I don't know what it is.
You just get more hyped up from
I
it.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, well,
and
you're
it's
good
like,
at it.
it's not always like in your control, so when you get it, you're like, oh yeah.
All right, well, thanks, Cara, so much for breaking it down.
Yeah, thank you.